Hey everyone, my name is Shauna in case you don't know, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my makeup while having a little chat about my upcoming Comic-Cons for the rest of the year. Currently, as of filming this and when it is uploaded, it will be June. Obviously, June is halfway through the year, so I thought it'd be a perfect time to talk about the upcoming Comic-Cons that I have going on. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm also gonna tell you about my makeup products and stuff, just because why not? Why not pretend to be a beauty influencer even though I suck at makeup? So I have really dry skin, and so I use 3 to 4 different primers and moisturizers before I even put on my makeup. So that's what we're gonna do first. Starting off with Cetaphil Daily Facial Moisturizer. I use this every morning, but it helps put it on again before I put on my makeup. If you hear the little tippy tappies, that's my dog Astoria, my pit bull puppy. Part of the reason I'm also filming in the bathroom today doing my makeup is because if I film in here, she can be with me and she won't be crying as much. So the first Comic-Con that I have coming on up is Washington State Summer Con. I'm still trying to figure out my cosplay lineup for that one. I'm pretty sure I know which cosplays I'm doing. I just need to solidify with the friends I'm going with, what days we're doing stuff and whatnot. God, my wrist is cracking so much when I'm doing this. There is a ton of guests I want to meet at Washington State Summer Con, but I really have to limit myself. The ones that I'm hoping to meet that I think I can afford to meet, hopefully, is Alex Lee, the voice actor for Zenitsu, Zach Aguilar, the voice actor for Tanjiro, Abby Trott, the voice actor for Nezuko, and I'm hoping to meet her while cosplaying Nezuko, and Erica Lynn Beck. In case you don't know, she did something to help me out when I was in the middle of being groomed, when I was at a con and I met her and I had sort of a mental breakdown. It's really embarrassing, but she gave me the courage to finally stand up to the guy who's grooming me. So she has a huge personal impact on my life, and I want to tell her how much she means to me and how much she helped me. Next up, I'm going to do some of this Wet n Wild Prime Focus Primer Serum, the Hydrate one. There's a couple of other voice actors too. I want to meet Lucy Christian, who plays Ochako, and I'm going to be cosplaying Ochako. I was considering cosplaying Todoroki or Ochako, but my friend, well, one of my friends, because I'm going with a few friends, was talking about cosplaying Todoroki. So God, a bunch of stuff just drips really fast. So I'm going to be doing Ochako to meet Lucy Christian, and then I want to meet David Matranga. I don't know really how to say his last name. Honestly, there's so many My Hero voice actors that I want to meet there, but those are my top 2 that I want to meet. Then I want to meet Vivian Lyra Blair, hopefully while I'm cosplaying as Leia, since Vivian plays young Leia in the Kenobi series. And then I want to get Ron Perlman's autograph on a photo op that I have with him from the past. So those are the ones I want to meet. So it's going to be really busy, but hopefully it's going to be really fun. I always have mixed feelings about SummerCon because I enjoy the vendors and stuff, and I have some friends who go and I love hanging out with friends, but at the same time, I've had so many issues with the staff there and problems, especially with accessibility. I think I might have talked about it briefly before, but I could do a whole video on that if you want. But I went to Anime Washington this year, and Anime Washington was put on by the same people that do SummerCon. I'm feeling like this is a 4 moisturizer and primer day because my face feels really dry. So next up, I'm going to use this Master Prime by Face Studio primer in 400. It's the Blur Plus Pore Minimize one. So basically at Anime Washington, they had a better system set up for photo ops and autographs, and they're pretty good about that. But there was an issue getting in because there was a ridiculously long line, and I was I can't stand in that line in the morning because I will pass out. So there was a miscommunication between the staff members on what door ADA was. ADA is American with Disabilities Act, in case any of you weren't aware of that. So there's a miscommunication on that, and all the staff were grumpy with me, and I'm literally just let me in the building. I don't want to pass out. I'm not trying to cut people. I just don't want you to have to call an ambulance when I pass out. Geez, the only thing that's a pain in the butt about doing so many moisturizers and different primers is you have to dry them a little bit. So yeah, I'm hoping that SummerCon will implement the same system for autographs. But SummerCon in the past, what they've done is there was one employee who told me that they don't accommodate people with disabilities because a lot of people fake disabilities. And I was I'm not faking my disability. And he's yeah, but a lot of people do. And I was jerk. I have a disability. I actually reached out to SummerCon on Instagram about that, and they're normally not very responsive on Instagram, but they responded to me and they're if we figure out how this is, he won't work for us again. So that was a good sign. Other things that they did were they at one point had me sort of do accommodations for photo ops, but it was really inaccessible because they were like, oh, your friend will wait in line for you and you need to go sit in this chair until your time. And I was like, this is my friend's first convention, and if I wasn't here with a friend, I wouldn't be able to get this photo because I wouldn't have someone to stand in line for me, so that wasn't really accessible. But all things considered, they have shown some improvement. I didn't have issues with accessibility at the last summer con I went to, just the staff was not necessarily the friendliest. Which I hate saying that because like I know someone who works for the staff who's like super nice to me personally, but I just feel like, I don't know, the vibes from the staff aren't it. I'll tell you what this is in one sec. So this one is e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. So my cosplays are a little bit up in the air, but I'm looking at Nezuko and Princess Leia for one day, probably doing Leia in the morning and Nezuko in the afternoon, and then I'm looking at casual version of Ochako from My Hero another day, and the third day is a little more up for debate, but I'm looking at Elsa from Frozen, her Show Yourself outfit specifically, since that's the only one I have of hers so far. Then after that, the next con that I'll be going to is WasabiCon, most likely. I haven't got my tickets yet. I applied for like the influencer thing, so I don't know how that's gonna work out or if I'm just gonna be ghosted. I don't know. I've never really applied for one of them before because like I've never felt like I should, because I was like, I don't feel like I'm popular enough to be like a guest. But then I was looking at the requirements for being an influencer at WasabiCon. I'm like, I could totally do this. I totally have enough followers compared to like, basically for like a couple cons recently, I was looking at the invited like influencers and cosplayers, and I'm like, I have similar following count to them, if not a little more. I could totally do this. So I'm just gonna test out, see how it goes. I might never be an influencer like cosplayer guest thing ever again, but I just thought it'd be fun to try it. But I haven't heard back from them, and I might not. They might just ghost me, or I might have replied too late. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't know that much about WasabiCon, but obviously I'll be doing anime cosplays there. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. Before WasabiCon is actually LeakyCon. That is like, as of filming this, less than a month away. Totally forgot about that. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wet my beauty blender and then squeeze out all the water so it's like just like damp, you know? I can't believe I forgot about LeakyCon because that's my favorite con, but I feel like the reason I forgot about it is I just got water in my eye. I feel like the reason I forgot about it is because I feel like not as many of my friends that I normally see at LeakyCon are going this year, which sucks because it's like in my city this year, but I understand why, because they have it on like 4th of July weekend. So next I'll be doing this Essence color correcting stick for dark circles under my eyes. So the only cosplay I for sure know that I'm doing at LeakyCon is I'm going to be doing Amy Pond, and my uncle is going to be cosplaying the 11th Doctor. I have a really cool uncle who is coming to visit for LeakyCon. We did Lilac City together last year, and LeakyCon is the con that we're going to do together this year. I saw someone on a video say you can use like red lipstick under your eye to help with dark circles. I don't know. I'm going to try a little bit. You guys will have to let me know if you think it does anything. I used to do this, then I forgot about it, but then I recently saw someone talk about it on TikTok, I think it was. But yeah, my uncle's pretty chill. He's going to be doing LeakyCon with me. LeakyCon is, well, originally it was a Harry Potter convention, but they've been expanding out. I feel like I did the red lipstick too far down there. But it's been expanding out to other fandoms, so there is like Doctor Who guests and like, what other guests? A Game of Thrones guests, and obviously Harry Potter guests. I'm hoping to get an autograph or two from Chris Rankin while I'm there. Wow, I really broke this makeup thing, didn't I? And I'm hoping for maybe a selfie with Bonnie Wright and maybe a selfie with Catherine Tate. Next up, Mine's Broken Master Camo Color Correcting Kit. I'm just gonna use some green to dab it on right there. Finals is having me stressed, and I had a little bit of a breakout situation. The other cosplays I'm thinking about is Luna Lovegood in her outfit from When Dumbledore Dies, and Fred Weasley from his outfit when he has like the Weasleys, Wizard Wheezes, like skiving stack boxes with him. But I don't know if I'll finish those in time, because for the skiving stack box, I want to make the skiving stack box. I need to get Fred's wig, and then for Luna, I need to get a Luna wig that actually is good, because every single Luna wig I've tried looks like trash. Next up, I'm going to be doing this CoverGirl concealer in shade Fair Claire. Or is it just shade Fair and Claire? Is it in a different language? I don't know. Oh, also, I've done a couple of panels this year which I don't think I've really like talked about on my channel before, but I've like been on a couple panels, and I've been in discussion with some friends about potentially doing more panels, so we'll see how that goes. Each panel that I've done, I've been added like super last minute to the panel. The first time it was because out of falling out with a group of friends. I don't want to discuss that. I just don't feel like it's something that I need to drag on the internet. I mean, I am prepared to potentially drag it on the internet if any of the people I'm like beefing with ever drag it to the internet. But at the same time, I hope that they don't, because I don't think that friendship issues need to be broadcasted online. Like, when I say I'm prepared, I'd just be like defending myself. Yeah, I like reached out to a different friend and I was like, hey, can I hang out with you? I had like a bit of a falling out with the friends I was originally gonna hang out with at the con, and my friend was like, sure, you can hang out with me. And then my friend was like, hey, do you want to join our group for this anime? And I was like, sure, I've never seen this anime. I'll just binge watch it and then join the group. And so I did. And then I got there, and the day of, I realized they wanted me on the panel. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with it. So I did. And it was fun. I mean, I'm not the greatest at like speaking eloquently, but it was fun. And then the second time, another friend issue, and I hopped on that panel like last minute. I think it was literally like at 1 a.m. that the decision was to add me to that panel. So this year has just had so much friendship drama. Again, I'm not gonna like talk in specifics about it, but I really hope that like the second half of this year doesn't have as much drama, because I'm so tired of it. And honestly, I'm so tired of it too, because every time that I evaluate the situations, I'm like, I can't think of anything that I could have done differently to make it turn out differently. You know, I forgot to put on chapstick before I film this, so I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna use my little Han Solo chapstick. Oh, did I even tell you what character I'm doing my makeup for? I'm doing my makeup for Princess Fiona because I finished her wig yesterday and I want to film some content as Fiona. So after WasabiCon will be most likely CouvCon. Listen, I love CouvCon, but it is so disorganized. So like they never announce the event until like a month before the event or so. I mean, somehow they announce it to the vendors and stuff, because I know that the vendors last year were like announcing the dates before the mall officially announced the dates. But I'm looking forward to that one because it's basically just a time to run around a mall and cosplay, and I love that. Like, it's so fun. I don't know who they're gonna have as guests this year, but I'm hoping that they have some good ones. The 2 years they've had the event so far, they've had guests that want to meet each year, so that's been pretty cool. Next up is foundation. I use a mix of 2 different foundations because I don't currently have a foundation that like perfectly matches my skin tone. I have this L'Oreal True Match, and it's in the shade CO.5 Cool Light. And then I also, this one's like really old, so it's hard to read, but it's CoverGirl Olay Simply Ageless in shade Ivory, which is 205. And no, I did not buy an ageless one, even though I like feel old. It's actually, my mom had it and then she was like, oh, I don't really want it, do you want it? And I was like, you know what, it's a little darker than my shade, but it's fine. I feel like I put on too much of this. Why am I not like putting it on here? I'm not using my brain right now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to CouvCon, and hopefully CouvCon has some good guests this year. If not, it's always fun to just explore them all in cosplay. And then after CouvCon will be Rose City Comic Con, and I am super excited for Rose City this year because they have such a good guest list so far, and it's only June, so they're gonna get even more good guests. So like the main trio from Attack on Titan is gonna be there. Trust the process with my face, okay? It looks really bad right now. And I want to meet the main trio. I don't know if I'll do it like in a like Attack on Titan cosplay, because I don't know if I'll have an Attack on Titan cosplay I'll put together by then. But they're also all in My Hero Academia, the main trio, so I could do that. And also I might do like 2 days meeting Bryce, because like there's so many characters I want to meet Bryce Papenbrook as. Like I could do Ladybug, I could do any of my Demon Slayer cosplays, which I have 2 complete and 1 in the works. 3 complete and 1 in the works. I have Suma, Nezuko, Tanjiro, and I'm working on Zenitsu. I just have to get his outfit and a sword now. I'd finished his wig recently. That was a process. And Hayden Christensen's gonna be there, and I'm meeting him with my friends, which can be super cool. It'll be my second time seeing him, but like we spontaneously had this idea, what if we all cosplay the 3 Star Wars girls and get a picture with him? So that's gonna be super fun. I'm gonna be either Leia or Rey. Still gotta work that out with my friends. I'm guessing I'll do Rey, but I don't know. One of my friends does a really bomb Leia cosplay. so I feel like they should be the layup, but I'm gonna let them choose first because I don't really mind either way. What do I do next with my face? My brain's like blinking. Oh, blush and yeah, blush, contour, highlighter. Let me go get my non-sparkly blush. I'm not even gonna show you what this blush looks like right now because so it shattered the other night and I like saw this tutorial on TikTok that said how to like fix your blush so that it's all one compact like piece again and not just like shattered powder, and it made it look so bad. But I'm using a Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the shade Mellow Wine, which I've had since I was like 14, so I've had it for 10 years. So if I'm being honest, it might be expired, but I haven't had any problems, so it's fine. Oh, that's a lot. It's fine because I go like that on my lip. I blended it too much. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know if any of you have like caught on to this from my videos, or if you follow on my Instagram or like have seen on my stories where I talk about this, but I'm like very insecure about myself and my appearance currently, so I'm like super hyper critical of my makeup currently. But YouTube is the one platform where I'm trying not to care what I look like, because I feel like y'all have seen me in my ups and my downs, and you've seen me look exponentially worse than I look right now. So I try not to focus on my appearance so much when I'm filming YouTube videos, because y'all have seen me since I was like 15 or 16 and seen me through all my cringy phases. So this is probably not that cringy of a phase compared to my past self. Okay, for bronzer and highlighter, I'm literally using the Revolution Fortnite palette. I love how I was just talking about how my past self was cringy, and then I pull out a Fortnite palette for makeup. I just do like the slightest bit. Blech. Gotta really blend that. So then after that, the con that would be next would be KomoriCon, which I'm gonna go for the first time this year. I'm really nervous. The last time that I was like in the convention center during KomoriCon, I wasn't there like for KomoriCon, but I was just in the convention center for a different event. And when I was there, I ran into a girl who bullied me and essayed me, and so like low-key I've been too scared to go back to KomoriCon, but I've always wanted to go, and I'm hoping that like I can just get the courage to go this year, because I bought a ticket and I don't want my money to go to waste. So yeah, can we just all collectively agree that we aren't gonna bully people and essay people anymore? That would be super fantastic. But for KomoriCon, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be my first year. I'll be going only Friday and or Sunday because I have a wedding to go to on Saturday. I'm gonna try to do freckles a little bit, but I also don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna take this palette, the Revolution Maxi Reloaded palette. I'm just gonna use some light brown, like right, that one I think. Don't worry, I'm gonna dab it out a little bit so they don't look as big. But there's like a My Hero Academia Fantasy AO group that's going on at KomoriCon, but whether I join that group or not depends on like what day I go. Also, like KomoriCon is right around my birthday, so hopefully it goes well. That'd be fun to go to a convention so close to my birthday. And then there's another con, I don't even remember what it's called. I saw about it on like Instagram recently, like a new convention that's going on in December in Portland, so probably gonna check that one out. I mean, it is my hometown, so why not? Yeah, so those are the cons I'm looking at for the end of the year. I'm also going to Ren Fair in July, which isn't a con, but I've never been to a Ren Fair before, so super excited. I've always wanted to go to a Ren Fair. I feel like I'm talking too much and not doing enough of my makeup, but that's fine. It's totally fine. Fiona doesn't really wear eyeshadow, but I love eyeshadow. It's like my favorite thing, so I'm gonna dab on some green eyeshadow. Yeah, the run fair I'm going to is the Canterbury Run Fair. I'm going with a friend, so that's gonna be fun. I don't know about cosplays yet. I mean, I'm working on a Fantasy AU Ochako cosplay, but I also want to do Fantasy AU Deku and Todoroki, so I don't know. I have to look at how much money I have and what I can afford and realistically finish by then. Oh, I gotta do my lipstick next. I don't have enough like good pink lipsticks, and she has very pink lips. So I'm gonna be doing a mix of this LA Colors Chunky Lip and this NYC, I don't even know what this one is. It's in color Fulton Street Fuchsia, but like this is another one that I've had since I was 14. So yeah. But I could also do like Fiona at Ren Fair. I also have this like medieval Renaissance looking dress that I could just wear if I don't want to do a specific character. See, look, like this is the most pink I have, unless we go to like vibrant pink. Here I feel like that's too pink. I like too bright. Let's help with that. I still have a little bit more left to do for my makeup. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to give updates on. Oh, I'm going to Universal Studios Orlando and Disney World this summer. Super excited for that. I'm doing the 2 Universal parks besides the water park. I don't really do water parks very much. I mean, I feel like the water parks would be fun. I just like prioritize the like theme park stuff that aren't water parks. That was the Revlon Color Stay Pressed Powder in the shade 880 Translucent. And for Disney, I'm doing 3 of the 4 theme parks besides the water park. I'm doing all of them except Magic Kingdom. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Dewy Finish Fine Satin. Yeah, so that'll be fun. That'll be interesting, going to Florida in the summer. I feel like I need to go to Florida sometime in the fall or the winter. I did that the first time I went to Florida. I have not done that since. So each time I've been to Florida since, which hasn't been many times, it's been like scorching hot, and it's gonna be scorching hot again. I'm a little sad though that I'm not doing Magic Kingdom. Like, I have 5 days there, and it's a lot on my body to do all different parks, and there's stuff I want to do more at Epcot and Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom than at Magic Kingdom, but also I'm going to be missing out on the Tron ride, and that was one of the rides I most wanted to do, and I was hoping it would be like at Hollywood Studios or something, but I bought my tickets before checking where it was, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna go change into the dress really quickly and go grab the wig. Oh, other life things. I'm taking summer term off, which is the first time I'm taking a term off in a few years, which is super fun because I have been very drained from school because taking Spanish online sucks. And my teacher's a really nice lady, but gotta be honest, she's not that great at teaching. I got this headband thing recently because my friends told me to do it because my wigs sometimes slide around, and so far seems to be doing good. You know what? I'm gonna go fix the straps now because it's bugging me. So close to being done. Just gotta get the wig on my head and put on mascara, and then I'm ready to go. This is the wig. It's not perfect, but I low-key like how it turned out. I gotta sew this into the wig when I finally wear her out in public. Mascara, and then I'm good to go film. So yeah, that was really all for today's video. That it was informative about what's going on in my life and what's coming up. Wait, I need to do orange eyebrows. I still have a little bit of stuff to do. Orange eyebrows, going back in with this palette. Wow there. Filming TikToks with that crown is gonna be something because it is not one to stay on. Yeah, for orange eyebrows, just doing the orange there. Perfect, all done. So feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed getting a boring update on my life and everything that's coming up in my life. I mentioned panels. If you want to see what panels I might be on in the future, you should go on over to my Instagram because that's where I update things like that. I'll have lots of TikToks up eventually of my Fiona cosplay, and I will have some Instagram pictures up probably too. But anyways, that's all for today's video. I hope all of you have a great week, and I'll see all of you in my next video. Until next time, goodbye.